Hakaras hatov does not mean saying thank you. The root of the word hakara means to recognize. When a person says thank you, it proves that they recognize that someone has done good for you. But hakaras hatov really means to recognize that someone has done you a favor. If a person does not have hakaras hatov, they can make all sorts of terrible mistakes. You can imagine a person who was a slave in Egypt, who was taken out of Egypt, who was given the Torah, provided with the man, provided with the be'er, a well, provided with wealth, and then is granted a national homeland. If this person doesn't have hakaras hatov, if he does not recognize that God has done amazing things for him, then he might say about the land of Israel that it's not good. If he doesn't have hakaras hatov, he might think that God is leading him astray. In a certain sense, that was the sin of the Menachem. They said, God is bringing us to a bad place. They did not have hakaras hatov. This sin, the chet hameraglim, it is a sin that has caused us torment for centuries. At its heart, it is the origin of the time that we're in, the 3 weeks, the loss of the Beis Hamikdash, and our exile from Eretz Yisrael. So when Bnei Yisrael were being exiled, and the Churban Habayis was happening, when the temple was being destroyed, our sages looked for some way to correct this sin, some way to institutionalize a form of hakaras hatov that had yet to be made by Klal Yisrael, a way to correct this aspect of the sin of the Menachem. And a few days after the Beis Hamikdash was destroyed, they found it. The city of Beitar had been massacred. It was a huge city, and it was one of the last cities to be destroyed during the time period that we are in the Churban Habayis. But on the 15th of Av, a few days after, the government decided that Am Yisrael could bury their dead. And a miracle had happened. The people of Beitar, their bodies were intact, and it was easy to bury them, and it was done in a mechubadik fashion, in an honorable fashion. So Chazal said this was the miracle, this tiny, tiny comfort. This was the miracle upon which we will say a bracha that reflects hakaras hatov. And they instituted the fourth bracha of Berachas Hamazon, hatov v'hametiv. That God takes care of us all the time. God has always taken care of us. God is taking care of us, and God will take care of us. That was the sin of the Menachem, that they did not recognize that God has taken care of us. And when we say hatov v'hametiv, when we say the fourth bracha in Berachas Hamazon, we correct that sin, and we recognize that God has always been taking care of us, and God will continue to take care of us.